Hi everyone, I'd like to do a shout out to our sponsor, Bako Diagnostics. Early detection is the single most important factor in improving patient outcomes. The Bako Diagnostics team recognizes how impactful a podiatric physician can be and remains committed to supporting you in your role as the first line of defense in diagnosing conditions of the lower extremity. Thanks to the unwavering support of their clients, Bako Diagnostics has been able to give back to the podiatric community for 16 years by providing podiatric educational resources and advocating for the position. Bako Diagnostics, helping podiatric physicians keep America on its feet. If you have not yet had the opportunity to utilize Bako Diagnostics services, get started today by sending an email to corporaterelations@bakoddiagnostics.com. The first 50 podiatry offices who request a starter kit will receive a Dean's Chat mug. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dean's Chat, where we discuss all things podiatric medicine. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Jensen. I'm the Dean at the Arizona College of Podiatric Medicine and co-host for the Dean's Chat podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Johanna Richey. Hi, Joe. How are you doing?
Hey, Jeff. I'm doing great. It's absolutely gorgeous weather. It's nice to be back in Phoenix. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. Life is good. I wanted to catch up on the great meeting, the APMA national meeting in Dallas at the Gaylord. You were there and you were representing Dean's Chat and in the Bako booth. What was it like?
Oh man, yeah, we missed you so much. Everyone wanted to know where Jeff was and how you were doing. So you were absolutely missed as a presence there. But I have to tell you, it was so fun to be there in the Bako booth. And we are so grateful for Bako with this idea of kind of having this little collaborative experience in the exhibit hall. We had a lot of interest in foot traffic, people coming by. They had their new Onico ID that they were launching. It wasn't actually a new product per se or feature, but really being able to highlight some key points about it. And it's fun. You'll get to see in some of these little snippets the authenticity, right, of filming live, where sometimes the angle's not quite right and we're not always completely in the shot. But the interviews, man, people are just wonderful. It was really fun to connect with people.
Yeah, I could just tell from a distance, even online and social media, it was just buzzing, like on LinkedIn and Instagram about, everybody's activities and the lectures and the exhibit hall. It sounded like a really great time.
Yeah, and it was fun to kind of, capture that excitement and energy of what people were excited about during the meeting, what they enjoyed the most about it, some of the neat events that were happening, and it was a wonderful time. So I hope everyone enjoys these little snippets.
So we took about, 15 or 16 interviews, and we're going to make 2 podcasts. Thank you to Bako, of course, for sponsoring, and also thank you to APMA for putting on a tremendous meeting. So, Joe, thanks for holding the fort for Dean's Chat at the annual meeting, and I hope you all enjoy these little snippets.
Well, welcome back to Dean's Chat on location here at the APMA National Meeting in Dallas, Texas. I'm here with Leslie Campbell, one of the board members for APMA. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. It's a pleasure.
It's been a really fun meeting so far. There have been a lot of interesting things that the steers I missed. I'm so sad I missed the steers. There's this picture of Colin Mizuo, and this thing is mad because he's a pretty big dude. And the steer is just incredible. So I'm really sad I missed him. And then the paw podiatry. Oh, there was a little puppy in there that I asked Jeff if I could bring him home and said, we need a therapy dog in the program. What's been your favorite thing so far?
Well, we just actually finished the influencers.
Oh, yeah.
And so you were the moderator and it was wonderful. So we learned a lot about social media. So that was wonderful. And that actually came after our Young Physicians ELP program, our Emerging Leadership program, which was fabulous. We had all of our young physicians that are leaders in the profession, and they gave us some insight as to what their needs are, what their desires are, so that we can basically encourage them and incentivize them to become more active and involved in APMA. And that's truly what we need as we go forward in the profession. So it was wonderful. It's been a wonderful morning.
Oh, I love that. And it's been really wonderful to see how much APMA has really invested in the young leaders, the young physicians. That transition time between residency and practice, there is so much change and navigating and resiliency, and having something like the Young Leaders Program is nice to create that network where they have someone that they can kind of reach out to, a mentorship, even just that collegial support.
Right.
So I appreciate so much what the APMA has done to really support young members.
And it's wonderful because when we refer to young members, we're referring to students, residents, and young physicians that are already and recently in practice. And so they have a lot to learn, and we are grateful that we can mentor them. And believe it or not, and we all know this, they are very insightful, and they have a lot of information that we can benefit from as well. So it's a wonderful approach. So we give to them and they give back, and we're very excited about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that, because you're right. Students and residents are also in this group. And you know we love students and residents.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, there's so much insight. I learn something new every single day from my students.
Absolutely.
So, well, thank you so much, Leslie,
Thank
for
you
your
for
time
having
today.
me.
We really appreciate it.
Yes, and I'm going to give a shout out to Jeff, and we love what you're doing, and everybody needs to watch Dean's Chat. So thank you for having me.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure. Take care.
Right. Until next time. Cheers, everyone. Welcome back to Dean's Chat on Location. I'm here with Dr. William Long and his daughter, Logan.
Hello, everyone.
So excited to have you guys.
Oh, we're very excited to be here. We're having a wonderful ASM meeting, especially post-COVID. We have a lot of amazing sponsors and vendors. Thanks, Bako, for helping to sponsor this podcast. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you to APMA, who's our other sponsor for the podcast. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, no, it's been really fun to be here on location and share the space with Bako. It's so nice to just be able to do fun things when we're at a conference.
That's right. Thank you.
So what's your favorite thing so far?
Oh, I'll tell you what, seeing the steers, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I say those are some huge animals. They are some huge animals. And just learning about, but also catching up with friends. I saw some of my co-residents when I was coming through. And then also kind of engaging with other physicians and also engaging with the sponsors here. Again, we can't do what we do every day without the help of the sponsors, engaging with the students, listening to them, what their needs are, the residents, our young fellows, our emerging leaders. It has been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful ASM, and looking forward to future ASMs at the same.
Absolutely. Logan, what's it like being a student coming to the APMA National?
It's amazing to me. I loved every bit of it, making a lot of connections.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited for future conferences and just future endeavors and everything else.
Absolutely. And it's wonderful being inspired by a family member going into the profession. Give us a little insight of what that was like growing up in a household that was a podiatry institute. We have a lot of legacy students, and I think that speaks highly of the profession. What was your experience?
A lot of feet.
Yeah.
Like a lot of just looking at the books and everything. But, he never forced me or anything like that. I could always do what I wanted to do. And
Yeah.
as I grew up and started to shadow him and all the patient contact, I was like, oh, wow, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be my own boss. I want to take care of my patients. I want to make them laugh. I want to, so it was great.
Oh, I love that. And Dr. Long, what was it like for you, being a parent, seeing your daughter go, following your footsteps?
You're trying to make me cry. You're trying to pull a tear out.
We are all about mentors on
Yes,
Dean's
we are.
Chat.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, Logan initially wanted to go into allopathic medicine. She wanted to be an anesthesiologist. I have a lot of friends that I went to school with that practice medicine, they're vascular surgeons, anesthesiologists. So she's always been exposed to a lot of different positions. But as she started going through college, and as she said, coming into the office and watching me treat patients, seeing the things that I do, and you'll see my posts sometimes when we're in surgery together. I think she liked that work-life balance. And again, I was not going to force her to become a podiatrist. I wanted her to be her own person. But yes, it was a tear-jerking moment. The day that she told myself as well as my wife that she wanted to go into podiatry. I love this profession. Again, and that's why I'm so passionate in the things that I do. Because again, I'm vested. My daughter's coming behind me, and I want to make sure that podiatry is left in a better space than when I enter. And we're doing these things. With APMA, I was chair of the legislative committee, and I also take her to Podiatry Day. We're in South Carolina, so we're in Columbia, and we have 30 to 40 podiatrists speaking with legislators about different things that impact our patients.
Yeah.
She sees these things, and now that makes her want to be an advocate. And then coming on to the national level, again, it's that exposure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love it, and I love that she's going to be following behind me. And I have a younger daughter who's also in college right now, and she plans to be a podiatrist.
Oh, fantastic. A whole family. I love it. There you go. Well, and speaking of the legislative committee, there's been a lot of progress that's been happening. The Optum decision, that was a big deal.
That's right. So right now, Dr. Holly Spongross out of California is the chair for the legislative committee. And yes, they do a lot of great work. I tell you, we don't have a lot of, we're a smaller organization. But I tell you what, we do the work of some of the larger organizations. And yes, when Optum came out and titled podiatrists as allied health professionals instead of physicians, which we rightfully are, everyone unified and wrote letters to address this. And yes, we had that overturned, and now they view us as physicians, as we should be, rightfully so. But again, that was a collaborative effort also.
Sure.
It wasn't just APMA. All the other organizations, ADFAS, ACFAS, and just forgive me if I leave any other organizations that did write letters. But again, those are the things we need to do. Not working in silos, but also working together and then giving these unified letters to any organization or any group that isn't given our due.
Absolutely. And I love that you brought that up because, again, one of the themes that I've felt throughout the weekend here at the National is really this idea of unity and bringing people together. And it's great that we don't all do the same thing. Let's support each other. Let's lift the profession, and we are stronger together. So I love that you highlighted that too, Dr. Long.
We are. First of all, it's about patience.
Yes.
And one thing that finding that common thread that we all want to take care of patients.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second thing, we need to get more young students in our seats. And I think when they see that we're unified, we're happy to be podiatrists, and they see the things that we do.
Yeah.
We're saving limbs, we're saving lives.
Yeah.
Those are the things that attract people to us. And then we can work with other organizations.
Yeah.
So, because again, they're getting hit the same impact with legislation and things like that, and Medicare cuts. Again, working with AOA and AMA and NMA, all of those things working as a unified effort, we get good things passed.
Absolutely. And Logan, what's it like as a student? If you were to give someone watching maybe advice about going into healthcare, what advice would you give a student?
I would just say get out, just shadow. Just shadow, learn as much as you can. Definitely with podiatry, you can look it up in shadow a podiatrist. Just learn, like I said, just learn as much as you can.
Yeah, I love that. And you're right, shadowing we know is so impactful. And we hear that all the time when we have our interviews. But well, thank you both so much. I don't want to keep you too long. This has been awesome, and I appreciate your time. And until next time, everyone, cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Dean's Chat on Location, here with Dr. Holly Spongross here. We're so excited to have you. Why are we wearing pink today, Holly?
We are wearing pink because it's empowering podiatrists and women.
Absolutely.
In podiatry.
And I love that APMA is celebrating women and the leadership that women can hold in this profession. It is something that I have been really inspired. When I went through school, we didn't see a lot of women, and it doesn't mean they weren't there. We just didn't see them. And Steffi Casimir talked about this morning in the social media, that it's important to have that representation of see people like you doing what you want to do.
Yeah, I remember going into conferences and even in classrooms and saying how many are women, counting each one.
Yeah.
And now we're over 50% in our profession.
Yeah.
And to have a leader like Megan McClellan, who is a female, she has taken APMA to a new level.
Absolutely. And Dr. Brooke Bisbee, who's the president of the American Podiatric Medical Association. People like you, Holly, that are out there blazing trails. It's really exciting.
It's really empowering and fun.
Absolutely.
And, podiatry is dear to my heart. And I love seeing women risen up and in the next level.
Yeah.
It's just important.
And celebrate it.
Yeah.
It's okay that we're not the same. We should be celebrated and supported with each other and with our male colleagues. We all want to work together. And I really like that that's been kind of the feel and the mission for today. And I love the earrings. I'm going to do a shout out because Dr. Savannah Santiago is showing me that you had given her some cute little earrings. So she might be posting on that.
Oh, well, I think there might be a few of us because I did spread the joy.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Holly. I appreciate you taking the time. And until next time, everyone, cheers.
Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here on location at the American Podiatric Medical Association here in Dallas, Texas for the National. And I'm joined by Dr. Dan Ladizinski, a plastic surgeon who has worked with podiatrists and also helped develop the suture card. Welcome to Dean's Chat.
Thank you, Johanna. It's great to be here. I get inspired by hearing people are advancing the field of lower extremity reconstruction. It's a tough area.
Yeah.
Wounds are tough to heal. You got to really, gear up and really have excellent technique to get good results. And I'm impressed with the work that the podiatric field has been doing, especially in the area of orthoplastic surgery and reconstruction.
Yeah,
it's wonderful to see.
It's incredible how much has changed. So I've been out of school for I went into school about 20 years ago. We'll leave it simple like that.
Right.
And how much has changed in that time period. I mean, it's incredible. I'd love to get your experience with working kind of collaboratively with podiatry. What's that been like?
Well, when I started in practice, we didn't have any DPM. So plastic surgery got all the feet and all the fractures distal to the ankle.
Yeah.
So I got a kind of unique experience taking care of the same kind of problems you guys deal with, diabetic foot and foot fractures and crush injuries. So I kind of feel your pain dealing with a very distal structure far from the heart, often with a lot of comorbidities. It's allowed us as a company, now I work with industry, to come up with a device that prevents suture toxicity, prevents the sutures from tearing through the skin, and also protects skin edge blood flow. Because as we know as wound healers, if you don't have blood flow at the skin edge, you don't have wound healing.
Yeah.
So our devices have improved outcomes dramatically, especially in diabetic foot surgery, reducing dehiscence 80% and progression of amputation from a toe amp to a ray to a BK. We hate that.
Yeah.
So we have dramatically better results with toe amps. And if we can just get those initial patients that need an amp for minimum tissue loss in good footwear, glycemic control, so much better for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So look forward to working with you and your group.
Absolutely. One of my favorite, at one point, my favorite person that I would keep on speed dial was my plastic surgeon and my vascular surgeon.
All right.
Because again, we all need to work collaboratively together. And so I appreciate you so much coming by.
Well, thank you.
What's been your favorite thing so far at the APMA?
Just the personal interactions. What we love is when we have a booth number 600, when we see a peer bring their friend and they start talking about their experience, and we don't say a thing, and we can just chime in. But we're gratified when we see people successfully doing limb salvage with this extra tool in their kit, and it's helping them avoid additional tissue loss and further surgery. So that's what our compass points to the patient.
Sure.
So when we hear about good patient outcomes, we're happy.
Absolutely.
And that's the way it should be.
Patients do better when we all work as a team.
All right. All right.
Thank you so much for your time. I
Go
really
team.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. My pleasure.
Until next time. Cheers, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. We're here at Dean's Chat on location at the American Podiatric Medical Association here in Dallas, Texas for the National. Here with David Green, who is the Associate Director
of Office Career Promotion
for the AA CPM. And we love the AA because it has everything to do with our students. So welcome to Dean's Chat.
Well, thank you very much. It's great, first of all, on behalf of the association to support Dean's Chat. Now approaching close to 250 total episodes, so quite remarkable what we're doing in podiatric medical space with the technology at our hands.
Yeah, and it's been really fun. The Explore PodMed website, I feel like, has really been a wonderful resource for students to get information when they have questions. The social media that you guys will put out is great. What's it been like being here at the APMA?
Well, it's great to come to this annual event, of course, to see our colleagues in the field, but this is also where we bundle in our board meetings. So we talk strategy, what type of recruitment events are we looking forward to deliver for our students, alumni of all the 11 member colleges. And for us, it's really being able to plot the next steps forward to be able to broadcast in a dynamic capacity everything that's great about the DPM career. So that's what the association role is with this and this conference and other events.
Yeah. And it's been really nice because it's hard to know what you don't know, but it's certainly when we're all out just living the life that we dreamed we could have, people aren't also posting about the cool things that they're doing. And some people just aren't talking about the amazing work that they're doing. So it's been really fun to work with you guys and work on this idea of student recruitment, of just getting the message out about what podiatry is. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. Check it out, do some shadowing. That's the best way to really get information. try all these different specialties on and see which one makes the most sense.
Yeah, for us, it's really being able to unearth these opportunities for potential students to podiatric medicine. And we have different tools at our disposal at the association. We have digital toolkits. We have key resources that link you to the colleges. We manage the application, the centralized application process to have applicants' materials come into our portals. And so for us, being able to also have suture workshops, sports taping workshops, hand tying workshops, once they sort of see the students, what it is entailed within podiatric medicine, it's very enlightening. And then we have something to work with in terms of capturing more interest. So it's quite exciting to be able to deliver those recruitment events and activities to the targeted audiences.
Yeah, and it's really fun. I actually just this morning, I saw an email from a student. I see you, Layla. And she had reached out about, she was at a suture workshop that I was doing when we had the ACFAS meeting. And she wants to come, she already shadowed me. She wants to come back and do it some more. So again, it's so fun to hear these stories from students and prospective students, the impact that it is making. Tell us about the Podiatrist for a Day.
Well, this is a relatively new initiative for us coming out of really this last couple of weeks in terms of planning ahead. What can we do in the short term? And we have to seize upon the opportunity of International Podiatry Day. And, we have that coming up October the 8th. Here we are almost August. So us and the 11 colleges are going to work feverishly to make sure we deliver a dynamic event collaboratively. And it's going to be quite exciting. It's really going to be a springboard, I think, to more activities and events in that realm where students will learn more in terms of these calendar highlights that highlight the field.
Fantastic. And if students want more information about that, where can they find that information?
Come to Explore PodMed website, explorepodmed.org, and also at the association, aacpm.org. We have tons of resources and available literature and collateral for you and your academic advisors as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, David, for spending this time with us.
My pleasure.
And until next time, everyone, cheers.
We all know that early detection is the most important determination in improving patient outcomes. Bako Diagnostics remains committed to supporting you in your role as the first line of defense in diagnosing lower extremity pathologies. Bako Diagnostics, helping podiatric physicians keep America on its feet.
Welcome back to Dean's Chat on location here at the American Podiatric Medical Association with Dr. Evan Jason here. Two first names. I sometimes mix them up. So I want to make sure I got it right. But you are currently a third-year resident at the Scranton, Pennsylvania program with Geisinger Health System, Dr. Ellie Nasser's program.
Wonderful mentor.
Absolutely amazing. Huge shout out to Dr. Nasser. So tell me, how's it been here at the APMA?
It's been great. I mean, it's always awesome to just, come and learn different types of surgical procedures and even just overall podiatric care to help, our patients. Yeah. It's a good change of pace, going from working all the time, and then just having to sit down and see everything, learning everything, different styles and different techniques that you just don't see. So it's really nice.
Yeah. Has there been one thing that's kind of stood out to you as your favorite thing so far?
Yeah, I would say probably the favorite things is probably the shift in MIS, just seeing those kind of procedures and having expert faculty kind of talk about their opinions and their different styles to manage those.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then third year, a lot of big changes happening.
Yeah.
What are you the most excited about next year?
The most exciting thing I would say is I was fortunate enough to procure a fellowship position down kind of in the Naples Fort Myers region with going to be working with Dr. Patelli and Dr. Thetford. So they kind of specialize in more of the sports medicine, reconstruction, as well as the limb salvage aspect, which will be great. I'm really excited to get better, get an extra year under my belt just to.
It's so the sports medicine track yesterday was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
It's incredible when we take all the expertise for foot and ankle, the mechanics of what happens, and you apply it to these sports specific things. I was just absolutely blown away by the lectures that we had yesterday. So sports medicine is such a fun and exciting area to go into, and I'm so excited about a fellowship. What was when you were making that decision? What were some of the things? Because I know there's a lot of input that you can take on going through fellowship.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing I would say about fellowship is one of the things I loved when I was going through like multiple conferences, like at AO, which, you know, you were there, you were discussing about all these cool different like little pearls and techniques. It's just like the ambiance and like aura I felt during the whole thing. Like I wanted to strive to kind of be like that. And I realized it was just getting to get another year getting taught with like, you know, expertise and like just, you know, they have a lot of wisdom in the field. So just getting further training and then having that to like further get better at what I already know from residency.
Absolutely. And really kind of finesse those skills. As we've interviewed several fellows, it's been so interesting to hear their experiences. I just feel so much more confident coming out in terms, and Jeff always says this, it like catapults you about 3 years out because you just have, you're doing it, but you have someone there as kind of some little guardrails still. Yeah. And it's so nice to have that back and forth and just finessing those skills. You have them, but just really refining them. Yeah. So I'm so excited for you.
Thanks,
and I
Dr.
hope that we
Richey.
stay in touch and maybe we'll do a follow-up episode in like a year from now.
Yeah.
Tell us kind of what the next thing that you're really excited about in terms of where you're going. And thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank you for speaking with me. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, until next time, everyone. Cheers. Welcome back, everyone. We're here on location with Dean's Chat at the APMA National Conference here in Dallas, Texas. And I have 3 fantastic students from the New York College of Podiatric Medicine. Welcome.
Thank you. We're happy to be here.
Yes, and Anna's the second time on Dean's Chat. And these are short snippets. We met first at the House of Delegates meeting in March of this year. So welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
All of you are 4th year students. Yes. So we'll start with, what are you most excited about in your 4th year?
I'm excited to just be a sponge and learn everything and anything that I can. I am excited to just be moldable and just really find what I like, what I don't like, but really just what it is that this field has to offer.
Fantastic. How about you, Amelia?
So for myself, I think like to piggyback on what Anna said, I'm kind of like excited to see different part of the country and see like what we can do with podiatry, like kind of like at every location I'm going to go to. At the same time, for myself, my like principal point of interest is surgery. So I'm kind of interested to see like what different type of surgery we can do in the podiatric field.
Yeah.
So kind of like both of them, I'm also kind of going around the country. So I'm excited to see like kind of how we were taught and then how other people do it. Because there's always like different ways to do the same thing. So to be able to like compare and see what I would like best for my future patients, and also be able to apply what I've learned so far, but I know it's not much, and then also learn a lot more.
Absolutely. And Paulina, Amelia, you were a transfer student from Quebec, is that correct?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so how podiatry works in Quebec is that you can do a 4-year program. You like the school is in Quebec, and it's the only program in Canada where you can actually get your DPM. So I went there, I obtained my DPM. The thing is, it's mostly like primary care podiatry. You can't really do surgery with that diploma. So you have to go to the state, do like 2 years, repeat your 3rd and 4th year to access residency in the States, do your residency, and then you can go back to your province and practice like podiatric surgery, just like everybody else like in the States. The scope is a little bit different. It's more forefoot surgery, but you still have a lot of options.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, it's been so fun to be here at the APMA. What are some of the things from the 4th year student perspective that you've been like your favorite thing? And we'll come back and we'll go back around the room.
Sure, absolutely. So we actually just attended an educational session, and it was called Surgical Blitz, and it was 10-minute sessions where DPMs from around the country they shared on certain surgical topics. And it was just interesting to see just one after the other, the different techniques and the different tips and pearls that they're giving. And I thought that was a very witty and really useful way of getting the information out there and just learning and piquing your interest, because the 10-minute snippets, it really kept you wanting more afterwards.
Yeah, tips and pearls from surgeons that are doing it are so valuable. How about you, Amelia?
I am always excited for the posters. We just like went there. We like breezed through the posters really quickly. I want to go take a look at the abstract presentations. But I do feel like people really put efforts into those, really researching topics that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And so after that, like I kind of want to go read more about this topic. So yeah.
Fantastic.
I liked yesterday we attended the sports medicine lecture, and so we got to learn a little bit more. And now I'm like, we learned that there isn't that much research about golf and podiatry. So I was like, you know what, that might be something I look into.
Dr. Reed's lecture was outstanding.
Yes, I absolutely loved it.
But Arizona is a huge golf
Exactly.
state.
Yeah.
I learned so much from her yesterday. Again, what an amazing field. There's so many different things. You guys are talking surgery,
Exactly.
biomechanics, golf, sports medicine. It's absolutely outstanding. So
Anything you want.
Thank you so much for coming to swing by. I don't want to take too much of your time because there's lots of fun stuff to do. But until next time, cheers, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome back to Dean's Chat on location here at the American Podiatric Medical Association in Dallas, Texas at the National. Here with two of my favorites. Well, I can't say favorite. I'll get in trouble. Two of our excellent students from the Arizona College of Podiatric Medicine, Bethany Robinson and Luke Schufer. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. So what's been your favorite thing?
Oh, do you want to start with that one? That's our question.
I honestly think I really just appreciated the surgical blitz this morning. It was very rapid fire. They had people going every 10 minutes, and it was just here are these pearls, or here's what I've been doing, and these are the things that I've found that have been successful. And I just found that very valuable and a good adjunct to what we've learned in school and from you. And yeah, I really appreciated that session.
Awesome. I really enjoyed the MIS versus open surgery talk earlier this week. I got to see one of my mentors, Dr. Gerber, who works with Dr. Fishko in Anthem, Arizona. So to see her up there on the big platform was really awesome.
She is outstanding.
She is.
Shout out to Dr. Gerber in Arizona. She's going to be coming helping Pod Surge.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
because
so
of you,
exciting.
because you connected us. So
awesome. I'm
it's
so
fun,
glad.
right? How the world works.
Yeah.
But, and Bethany, I am here specifically because you are presenting your research.
I am.
So tell us about it.
So we are presenting our research on the increased prevalence of breast and all-cause cancer in female podiatrists. In our 20 to 70 age group, we found there's a 3.33 times higher prevalence. And then we broke it down into an age-adjusted group based on the recommendations of our statistician. And we found there was a 14.56 times higher prevalence, which was really shocking. And both of those stats had a 0.001 p-value. So it shows just how prevalent breast cancer is in female podiatrists. And then we're looking at doing another study just to see how much radiation exposure there is to the axillary region. And we're looking to do a lot more with that data that we got. But yeah,
it's been so interesting. And again, you've been such a champion for this, and I just applaud you completely. Never had I thought that I would be at an increased risk, because you look at the risk factors and I thought, oh yeah, I don't have a family history. I don't have some of the other risk factors, but an occupational risk is a risk factor.
Very much
and
so.
It's compelling when we see this data that was printed in the orthopedic literature. And when you came to me and asked, hey, do you know about this? And I don't know what you're talking about. And it was a TikTok video,
Yes,
right?
yes,
that was
Dr.
the
Lady Spine
inspiration.
Doc.
Yes. So Dr. Grunch, thank you so much for inspiring Bethany, and we hope everyone fills out the survey. All right, so you're in your fourth year. What's been your favorite thing in fourth year?
You can take this. I'm gonna think for a minute.
And that's a really loaded question. I mean, it's very different from first and second year. You're out actually working with patients. And I think that's honestly been the best part, is just being able to interact with patients from pediatrics to veterans at the VA. I'm currently at Baylor Scott & White and have really been enjoying my time. They have a podiatric physician, Dr. Gaylord, up there. And I got to see a ton of clubfoot babies. And then I'm actually staying with my family members here in Fort Worth. And I was telling them all about the clubfoot babies I got to see. And then I, unbeknownst, learned that my great uncle actually had clubfoot, and he had his braces bronzed. And I got to see those. And I was like, it was meant to be.
All right.
What is it that you're the most excited about?
I think I'm just excited to see and work with attendings who they specialize in different categories of what we do. So for instance, Dr. Sugino, who you know, I got to work with her in April and see just the different types of pathologies and her approach in the MIS. She's a big name within that. Dr. Kerrigan up at Gunderson Health, being really into TARs. You know, we got to demo that with you in the lab, and I think that was a really special time. But actually getting to go into those surgeries and see, here's how some of the people who do, 2, 3, maybe even 4 every single week, how the experts do it and really how does that present, and just getting a really well-rounded experience, getting to see all sorts of pathology. And it's just cool to see the different approaches and to be able to travel too. I guess that's kind of like my close second is I've been able to go home and see family being from Wisconsin. I did Ascension St. Mary's and Gunderson Health. And then I'm in the Cleveland area right now at Mercy Health. And I was able to go down to Cincinnati and see some family that I saw when I was interviewing. Like that was the last time I saw them. So that was really special. That's been like 3 or 4 years since I got to see them. And yeah, it's been cool.
Fantastic. Well, we are so proud of both of you and all the work that you've been doing. I'm going to let you go because I know you have posters to go present. And we're going to go show our pride for women in leadership and medicine with pink. So we got a photo go take. But until next time, everyone, cheers. Welcome back to Dean's Chat on location here at the APMA National Conference in Dallas, Texas. I am here with Benson Ibozwe.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry about that.
You're close.
I'm working on it. If I look at the name, I do a much better job pronouncing it.
That's fair.
But I'm excited to connect with you in real life. So tell me, what's your favorite thing so far?
So far, I've really enjoyed these sports med talks, actually.
Yes.
I have a big affinity for sports medicine. That's actually one of the reasons that got me into podiatry. So those sports med talks, I've made it a point of emphasis to attend all of them. And they've been great.
I totally agree. I was absolutely blown away yesterday by how much tactical things I was able to take away. Those lectures were outstanding. Yeah. Applying the golf lecture.
Yes.
Dr. Reed, you knocked it out of the park. It was and I'm not a golfer, but it was so
Neither am I.
interesting. So I agree. That's been my favorite lecture too.
And I remember one of the pickleball lectures actually.
Yeah.
And it's, obviously it's you're seeing it every day as patients are coming in, and you would just think such a sport that's so, benign.
Yes.
And it's not.
Right? It's like, it's the old people sport that young people are doing.
Exactly.
I'm not going to knock it. But no, it's a sport. It's a highly competitive sport, and people are getting injured. And even if they're not getting injured, it was so interesting to hear about the shoes that Dr. Langone was talking about.
I didn't know there was such thing as pickleball shoes.
Yes.
I had no idea.
And the little nuance about the lateral flares to help with the side to side.
Right.
I have friends that are pickleballers, and I'm like, I'm going to take this stuff home, and I have practical things that I can say to them.
Right.
I mean, absolutely outstanding.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Did you get to see the puppies?
So I didn't see them myself, but I had somebody come by and say that they, I guess, won a puppy or bought a puppy and something like that.
You can adopt them.
Oh, adopt. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was saying that she hadn't told her husband, but she's going to surprise when they come home. And she's she didn't know how that's going to go. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, I'm prayers for you. I hope it goes well because that's crazy.
I love that. That's fantastic. All right. So what are you most excited about for the future?
Man, so, being a second year resident now, you kind of make that elevation from, first year you're, on call the most and you're just swamped learning new things. And now you have, a new batch who come in and now they're asking you for questions and they're asking you for help. So, being able to kind of improve my teaching capacity, right? Being able to, give that pointed advice, being somebody that, they can rely upon, but also kind of growing your own skills at the same time, right? You're doing more elective cases, you're doing bigger cases now. So being able to balance that, like I said, just being able to kind of grow in that confidence, that's really what I'm looking forward to this next year of being a second year resident.
And nothing is more demonstrative of that growth, of seeing the new residents come in and being like, oh, I remember what that felt like. And you know what? I don't feel that way anymore.
Yes.
There's new things that I feel that way about, right? And everything is these stepwise progression. But I think that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
I want to come learn from you. Will you be my chief resident?
Anytime.
All right.
Anytime.
Well, I won't keep you too long because I know there's a bunch of fun things happening today. But thank you so much for taking the time.
It's my pleasure.
To come by.
I appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to connect and glad we were able to make that happen.
This is the thing that's great about social. I was not a social media person.
Neither am I. I'm trying.
I felt like it wasn't a connection thing, but we're connected on LinkedIn and now we get to meet in real life. And that's actually pretty cool. So I can get behind
I feel like that's how it should go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's the benefit of it. That's the purpose of it, right? So that's how I look at it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And until next time, everyone. Cheers.